Now, how do we Adventists feel? We have predicted the nearness of the end for many, many years. On the authority of God's word about the signs, we used to put the dates up. Except now they're getting so old, we're almost embarrassed. May 19, 1780, that's 204 years. How can you put that up and say the end is near with confidence? Or could you put it up and say, what do you think about a God who would be willing to wait this long? You see, if we Adventists are partly responsible for the delay because we have not done our part in taking the gospel to all the world, then we do well to be embarrassed by the delay. But as far as God is concerned, the longer he waits, the better he looks. You see, the delay only confirms the truth about our God, that he is gracious and forgiving, not willing that any should be lost. How often the Bible deals with this matter of God waiting and waiting, not willing that any should perish. So I think we Adventists should put the dates up again and say, look, he's waited this long. Doesn't he look good? We may not. In fact, we have many statements to the effect that it is our fault that it's taken so long. But the delay doesn't make him look bad. Or are we embarrassed that we're losing our reputation as good predictors of the nearness of the end? But the good news is not about us. The good news is about God. And I think Jonah is very pertinent to our times, very much so. We don't need to be embarrassed about the delay so long as our message is about God. We can point to the delay and say, look, we could have told you so, that he would wait. And the Bible predicts in many places there would be an apparent delay near the end. Isn't that true? Because God has always done that. So I think it's most shameful of Jonah that he could know God this well and be embarrassed by the truth. Lucifer knew God very well, and he didn't like what he knew. Jonah knew God well, and he was embarrassed by what he knew. All right, so we know the truth about God. Are we proud of our God? I think the way we interpret the delay says a great deal about our conception of God. And we ought to check and be sure that we don't have the feelings of Jonah in this matter. Is it that people won't believe Adventists anymore when they say the end is near? When you have that feeling, remember Jonah. Our reputation is not the important thing. God's reputation means everything.